The year is 1991. A bowl of Kix with 2% milk is consumed quickly in the morning. Judi Sheppard's Jazzercise VHS workout is playing in the background. Jeff, a middle-aged accountant, puts on his nicest turtleneck and heads to work. Jeff gets to work at 9 a.m., works until 5 p.m., and heads home. Once home, Jeff isn't tempted to work anymore because he doesn't have the capacity to do so. His work telephone, desk, word processor, manilla folders, and filing cabinet were located inside the office building. Jeff can share an uninterrupted meal with his family, toss a football with his kids, and watch an episode of Seinfeld and not feel obligated to do anything work-related until tomorrow. Must have been nice. For many back then, work was a single location. Today, work has shifted from a place to a space. The technology shift from fixed communications to mobile communications has redefined how and where we work. One of the biggest contributors to our loneliness is an always-on work culture, enabled by mobile technology and remote work. The never offline and always available work culture is today's norm. For many people, turning off work at 5 p.m. is an antiquated practice. What's typical for most is checking email prior to getting out of bed in the morning, shopping online while at work, exchanging texts with their managers after 8 p.m., and then starting the week's projects on Sunday afternoons. Today's most beloved employers have been encouraging always-on work by including meditation spaces, nap rooms, foosball tables, and fully stocked kitchens inside the workplace to ensure employees never have to leave work. Most of these employers likely have good intentions to reduce loneliness by using these perks, but by keeping employees away from their communal relationships and not helping to protect their personal time, they inadvertently have increased worker isolation. Insert a global pandemic and the lines between work and life vanish. Job board searches, including the term remote, climb to all-time highs. Notable companies like Siemens, Twitter, Nielsen, Square, Nationwide Insurance, and Zillow have granted their employees the option to work from home permanently. According to 2020 data, 61% of employers said that they expect their staff to be available outside of regular hours. More employees are working through lunch and logging on to tackle work tasks late into the night than ever before. In addition, 51% of employees reported symptoms of burnout in May 2020, when many were forced to work from home. And by the end of June 2020, the figure had jumped to 69%. Even before the arrival of the coronavirus, our work-life balance was out of control, as 42% of employees said they feel obligated to check in with work while they're vacationing, and more than 1/4 feel guilty for using all their vacation time. All of this explains why our recent relationships between work and life are so tumultuous, and why we're having such a hard time establishing the necessary guardrails to protect against our personal time and social connections outside of work. We are in a constant and ever-evolving battle to keep work at bay just long enough to maintain our crucial personal relationships while still qualifying for the next promotion. Of course, working hard and long hours aren't bad until they lead to burnout. Reaching burnout status is different for everyone and depends on your age, stage of life, personality, roles and responsibilities, industry, etc. What doesn't differ is how quickly burnout turns an always-on productive employee into an always-off lonely one. Organizations and leaders that expect employees to be always on, prioritizing work over other important aspects of life, including the establishment and nurturing of relationships outside of work, run the risk of hindering worker health, productivity, and loyalty. When workers can't guard against work encroaching on their personal time, burnout and loneliness are around the corner. Here's one tip to combat an always-on work culture in order to maintain your mental health and to keep loneliness at bay. Be where your feet are. If your feet are in a meeting, be in that meeting, not scrolling a newsfeed. If your feet are at your remote work desk, be at work, not doing the dishes. When your feet are at the kitchen table, be there, not scrolling email. Being present signals to those around us that you care. It also enables stronger connections to occur. So today, be where your feet are.